Alright, y'all, welcome back to the Combat Arms channel. Okay, so today we're checking out some more Ukrainian combat footage, and again, this is from the 3rd Assault Brigade. So this is them assaulting some more Russian positions near Andriivka. Now, before we get into the video, if you guys check out the link in the video description, you can enter into the giveaway for this one Tigris plate carrier. So they were awesome enough to hook it up with a plate carrier for me to give away. If you guys want to see a review of the plate carrier, I actually did one not too long ago, so you can check that out. It's on the channel. But yeah, all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to the channel and go and follow One Tigris on Instagram. So yeah, pretty cool. But let us check out what these guys are doing in the 3rd Assault Brigade, especially again with Andriivka. We've kind of seen with the footage, it's been pretty hectic. So let's get into it. All right, so starting off inside a infantry armored personnel carrier, looks like an M113. Oh, dude, are those people on the outside as well? Dude, seeing the perspective from the outside and the inside is wild. The entire tree line is just burned down. Jeez. Alright, grabbing an AK. So I wonder how close these guys are. I mean, if they might... Okay, yeah, so... Oh, dude, okay, yeah, they are insanely close. I don't know if running from the APC is the best idea. Good grief, yeah, that tree line's been... Dude, how many guys are in there? Are those the pads that we're seeing? Like the pads that they sit on when they're inside a vehicle? Alright. Dude. What was that munition? That was wild. Nice. Okay, so... Man, there's no cover, though. I mean, there's like a little bit of micro terrain they can kind of use, but... Alright, so they're trying to figure out where to go. Makes sense. Alright, now they're starting to fan out. Yeah, so there's a little bit of micro terrain for them to kind of use to move up. But again, it's still uncertain. Dude. It's still uncertain exactly where the positions are, or at least where like the stragglers might be. Alright, so they're fanning out to the right. Dude. What? Oh my gosh, what the heck? I know we kind of saw it before where the vehicles are just like laying waste to the tree line. So I guess we're kind of seeing how that happened, or at least we have an understanding of how that happened. Yeah, and you can see because it's all ashy, like when they're shooting, it's just kicking up all this stuff. I mean, even with the suppressor, I mean, the suppressor helps a little bit with kind of, you know, reducing all that dirt kicking up. But yeah, with all this ash, again, it's going to be kind of hard to see once you start kicking up a lot of this. And at the same time, it's going to be pretty obvious where the Ukrainian positions are when they're actually shooting and all that ash is kicking up in front of them. Again, this is going to be just difficult to push out of, because you can get out of the trench, but then you have to go into like no man's land there. Alright, so they're dispersing a little bit. Good communication though, I gotta say. Yeah, okay, so now they're just trying to get like a good understanding of kind of what the battlefield is looking like and where these guys can move up from. But again, it's going to be kind of tough, especially, I mean, when you look outside the tree line, there really wasn't much else for them to use to move up. Yeah, I mean, at least he's rocking with these freaking... Oh, wait, what? Okay. Yeah, so he's got these anti-personnel rounds for these... for his RPG. Which is definitely going to help with moving up. You can kind of exploit that... Jeez, you can kind of exploit that violence. Well, they're kind of feeling the shock of it. And yeah, kind of using a little bit more of it on the front end makes sense because, again, you're trying to really establish a foothold. Oh, that's cool. It's got the magnifier and stuff too. Dude, it's gotta be tough. Yeah, I mean, the magnifier probably not helpful at all, especially with all this dirt. Damn, what the hell are those munitions? That's like a... I don't even know if that was a 155 or, you know, their equivalent, but I know there's probably mines and stuff in the area as well. Hmm.
100 метрів! 100 метрів! Що? Я вперед до коди! Плюс, давай!
My gosh, yeah, man. So the vehicle is still there. It hasn't been hit yet, luckily. So they still at least have that ability to kind of push that up and use it as a support by fire to engage them kind of like from an oblique while these guys push up online as well as they can. And yeah, it's super easy to just get stuck in a position like this and you just end up burning through a lot of ammo. Again, I kind of wonder if the drones are communicating with them, kind of walking them on as far as the positions. Though it is just kind of hard to see everything with the GoPro. I'm sure they might have a better idea of where the positions are on the ground, but the GoPro doesn't make it easy at all. Looks like the same kind of rifle setup that he has. Dude. Man, he's really having to suppress him. I mean, he's going like full auto and stuff. And so it's just trying to get some guys. Yeah. Again, you just gotta keep like getting a foothold and getting a foothold. But dude, this is really challenging terrain. It doesn't really give you a whole lot to work with. Jeez, I don't know how many magazines he has, but
Рухайтесь вперед, вперед, рухаємося! Шукай укриття, куди?
Yeah.
Давай!
And this is why it's really tough, especially as like you know, a team leader, squad leader, whatever, a unit commander. It's tough because you want to make sure you are assessing the situation so you're not just running into something, especially running into the unknown. You need to kind of assess where you're going to be moving to next, but at the same time, you need to make sure that you can affect that so your guys aren't just moving, you know, completely uncovered, moving where the enemy is not actually suppressed. And here you can see he's trying to affect it. He's trying to get guys to move up, but again, it's kind of hard to move up, you know, without moving into kind of like this open area. So sometimes, yeah, you kind of just have to like really get up next to your guys and kind of understand what their lane looks like as well, because what he's seeing is different from what, you know, his guys are seeing on the rights and on the left. So sometimes he's expecting, or he might expect, someone to be moving up for the formation to be moving up. But again, you know, it's on the individual soldier as well to kind of assess if they're moving into something dangerous or not.
Оце! Да! Противник відходить, давай! Вперед! Рух вперед, рух вперед!
And you can't just assume that because you're not being shot at right now, that there's no enemy there. It makes it a little bit easier to start some movement, but at the same time, if they have a position, like a machine gun position that you didn't see, or that you weren't covering down on, then, you know, it can pretty easily inflict some mass casualties. And then you have to kind of worry about treating your guys.
Плюс, принял. Немец, давай вперед, немец! Крылья!
Is that magazine number 4 or 5?
Плюс, подражай!
Jeez.
Вперед, блядь!
Imagine in a firefight, a tree just freaking falls on you. Oh, dude, what? He's shooting that way? Are they being, like, flanked right now?
Белка, вперед! Группа, рухайтесь вперед!
Now, I know you guys have offered to translate, so you're probably like, you know, what's going on? Trying to understand these crazy translations. And yeah, they're not great, but for this video, it seems like he's pretty much just giving commands. I was looking at the captions or the translations, and it looks like it was pretty much a lot of the same kind of commands. So that's kind of what we're seeing here. So kind of understand it at least. So. He was shooting at that angle though. That's... Dude.
Нацик, ворожий окоп вже вільний.
I know he had a guy like up there, but he was shooting. So I hope his dude's okay.
Займаємо окоп противника.
Man, that infantry vehicle needs to like put in a little bit more work. I know they're kind of, you know, concerned of losing their armor, but these guys are in a bad way.
Галівон! Грифон! Вперед!
It's hard to see where the actual line is, but yeah, it seems like he's still pretty much online. Sometimes you kind of need to move up a little bit to get a better idea, kind of see everybody. But yeah, just sometimes the movement's going to be a little slow. But again, the biggest thing is just kind of making sure you're controlling your guys, not taking any casualties, you know, as much as you can help it. And then, you know, making sure you're not running out of ammo, of course. And this is why I think these videos would be great as like examples for infantry training, because especially for like small unit leaders, kind of showing them this, because again, sometimes you're going to be put in a position where the terrain is not advantageous. You're trying to use your weapon systems as best as possible to kind of keep the momentum. And you can kind of see that displayed pretty well here. He's communicating his guys. He's getting dispersion. He's trying to control the formation. He's trying to keep them moving forward. And again, in kind of the back of your head, you need to be conserving ammunition. You need to understand what weapons you do have to be able to move up. You need to be able to identify the positions that you're moving up to, identify how many there are, what weapon systems you're going against, what are their defenses like, being able to call this stuff out to each other, and then being able to use the weapon systems in your formation to affect those appropriately. And again, when you kind of have the infantry fighting vehicle support, it helps a little bit because now you have like, you know, a base of fire that you can use already. And with the threat of anti-armor weapons, of course, you want to be a little bit careful in how you're employing that, especially, you know, if you don't have that many armored vehicles in your units. You want to be a little bit careful, of course. But again, it is a nice thing to have, at least not necessarily ahead of the formation, but at least kind of, you know, adjacent to the formation to kind of move up with it. And again, we're kind of seeing a lot of that here. So this is why these videos do a great job of providing an example for those small unit leaders of kind of what the situations could look like and how you can approach it, things to consider kind of in the back of your mind. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are picking out from these. Again, this one, it wasn't necessarily like a bunch of different perspectives. We kind of saw the aerial view, so we were able to battle track it like that. We saw their kind of insertion, and then we kind of saw some of the movement. But again, it wasn't kind of like jumping around a lot. So you're able to kind of focus on one person's perspective and kind of see how he is managing the formation, managing the units. And I think that's pretty cool. It provides a lot of valuable insights for us as we're kind of breaking this stuff down. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have anything to recommend, definitely let me know down in the comments section. But that is it for this video. I'll see you all in the next one.